Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I'm questioning my technical people and they're on it. Anyway, we're going to show you a recipe that might be good for Cinco de Mayo coming up in May. And we're going to make a corn salad with some Chipotle Lime Dressing. And Jake's in the kitchen. He's been measuring for me and doing that kind of stuff. Well, I've been trying to get our lunch ready. So he's going to help mix these things and I'll walk you through it. So we're going to make the dressing to start with. And he's going to start with a 1/4 cup of sour cream. And he's going to move quickly.
Yep, moving fast.
When I taught, I always told my kids, move with a purpose. Yep. Okay. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. Wouldn't that be bad if we misread that and had 2 tablespoons?
It'd just be a little spicier.
I would like it. Katie would not like it. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of Chipotle chili powder. And you can add a little more of it if you want to, but we have people that don't like a lot of heat, so we're not going to add the extra. 1/4 teaspoon of cumin.
All these things have a little heat to them.
Yeah, they do. No paprika, which surprises me. And a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And that's our salad dressing that Jake's going to mix up. So you can start this with 4 fresh ears of corn, or you can use frozen corn. And in that case, you would need to use about 3 or 4 cups of corn. And to that, he's going to add some tomatoes that he chopped up.
Got too much stuff on my cutting board here.
How about if you just take the cilantro thing off and slide everything? An avocado that he chopped up and a jalapeno that he chopped up.
This thing's so spicy.
Well, not always.
Yeah, the ones we went to Q39. Okay, last night, and we had they had some jalapenos on some of the stuff we ate, and they were not hot jalapenos at all. He has just a little bit of onion. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup, and you can use red onion or yellow onion. And he has some cilantro. And it calls for about 1/2 cup of chopped cilantro, but we're going to use about half that container. Mostly because I don't like cilantro. And I know you guys do, but don't you? Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing that we're going to add in there after we add the dressing is we have about 1/2 cup of crumbled queso fresco. But we're going to stir our dressing in first. Yeah, toss that, and then toss the dressing on, and then toss in the queso.
I thought you were gonna mash up the.
Do you think the dressing looks good?
No.
Noah, one of our grandsons, is in the background. He's not crazy about a lot of food, so it's a very colorful salad. But typical of Mexican foods, they use lots of peppers and fresh vegetables, and we've Americanized a lot by making it Tex-Mex, and that's not the case necessarily with
Looks like it would go good on a tortilla chip.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it, like a dip? Okay, and then the queso fresco goes tossed in, and that is our corn salad with Chipotle lime dressing. Hello everyone and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I am completing a task that I have that a good friend of ours, their mother passed away, and so I'm making a couple of desserts for the family. And so one of those that I'm going to make is a turtle dessert, and this serves several people. So it says it'll serve 12, but it'll serve much more than that actually. So anyway, I have taken some Oreos, just regular Oreos, and I've crushed up what would equal 3 cups of those. And to that, I've melted some butter, 8 tablespoons of it, and I'm going to mix that in. And this is going to be our crust for our turtle dessert. I'm going to press this into my 9x13, and I have a throwaway one since I'm going to leave this for the family, but you can use your 9x13 if you're going to keep just your glass one if you're going to keep it at home. Okay, so this is ready to go in, and once I get this spread out and packed in just a little bit, I am going to stick this in the freezer for about 20 minutes before I try to top it with the toppings that go with this. So just get a nice even layer, press it down to compact it just a little bit. You don't want it rock hard, but you do want it to hold when it freezes. Okay. Okay, this is ready for the freezer. Our Oreo crust still has a little bit of time left in the freezer, but while it's freezing, I'm going to go ahead and make the next layer, the cream cheese layer. So I'm going to take 8 ounces of cream cheese that I have at room temperature. And I'm going to mix into that 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. And I'm going to beat that until it's smooth. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to take next my 16-ounce Cool Whip, and I'm going to take about half of it and beat it into our cream cheese mixture. And I'm going to reserve the other half for the topping. Okay, as soon as our crust comes out of the freezer, we're ready for this layer to go on. Okay, for our next layer, we're still freezing our crust. We have our cream cheese mixture, but now I have a large container of instant chocolate pudding, and I'm going to add 3 cups of cold milk, and I want to whisk this for about 2 minutes, and then I want to let it set for 2 or 3 minutes just to firm up a little bit, and that will be our next layer. And then we'll be ready to start putting everything together. There are several desserts that have similar contents, but I found this one with the Oreo crust just makes it that much better. Gives it a little more chocolate. I like the addition. We'll put some caramel sauce on top. That adds another level of flavors. I am going to use some pecans that I've chopped up. You can omit those if you have somebody that has peanut allergies. Or in this case, when I'm taking it to the family, I need to make sure it's marked so they know that. Just because you have a peanut allergy, though, doesn't mean you're allergic to tree nuts. So I'll just put that it does contain pecans so that if somebody has an allergy, they know to steer clear. I want to encourage you to go on and Make sure you follow us on our Facebook page, and go look us up on YouTube on Cooking with Some Friends and subscribe to that channel. And we'll just keep on cooking. Okay, I'm getting ready to let this set for just a minute, and I'll come back and we'll start assembling. 2 minutes seems like a long time when you're whisking, doesn't it? Our Oreo crust is out of the freezer. We'll put our cream cheese layer on top and smooth that all over. Our pudding is mixed and it's just setting up. So just want to lightly press this in. To release from my spoon. I'm going to put, of the cup of pecans that I chopped, I'm going to put half of those over this cream cheese layer. And this is exactly why you freeze that crust layer, so that you can spread the cream cheese layer over it. It's a step you do not want to skip. Half of the pecans that we crushed. And then our pudding layer will come next. We're going to put our last of our Cool Whip that we reserved, that other half a container, over the top of our pudding. And then we're going to refrigerate this. Now, just before you're ready to serve this, or just before I'm ready to take it to my friends, I will drizzle it with some chocolate syrup, some of my caramel sauce, and then sprinkle the remainder of my pecans on the top of it. And that's all there is to our turtle dessert. Did want to show you, I'm putting the remainder of that half a container of Cool Whip over the top of our dessert before I refrigerate again. And then, like I told you, I will take the chocolate syrup, the pecans, and the caramel syrup, and go ahead and put that on when I'm ready to take it or ready to serve. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.